Greetings, it is I, Tantus Naravan Dracovin, Lord Emperor of the Dracovin Empire, and welcome. It is time for Gathering the Roll, the only news program supported by the Empire with exciting and fantastic news from the worlds of collectible card games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Role-playing games such as Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Shadowrun, and the World of Darkness, and of course, card games and board games to fill out our news. Let's of course start with our collectible card game news and Magic the Gathering, as we usually do. So the big thing in Magic this week is an announcement of changes within the tournament scene. Over the next year, we're going to see more Grand Prix than we saw last year. We're going to see new types of tournaments. We're going to see a big change and shift in the type of thing. So more formats, more actual tournaments going on, more locations, everything more bigger, and all run by Channel Fireball. So, we did discuss this on Discussing Tabletop over the last weekend, so if you're interested in learning more about that, the last episode of Discussing Tabletop should be out today to check it out. But, let's move on, of course, though, and let's talk about the next bit of news from Magic the Gathering. This weekend will be the Pro Tour Hours of Devastation in Kyoto, Japan. So this standard Amonkhet Block Booster Draft tournament will be taking place in Kyoto. If you have an invite, you can go now. Otherwise, if you are interested in seeing what's going on the Pro Tour side, you can check it out on Magic's Twitch channel. Let's move on, though, to other collectible card game news with some Yu-Gi-Oh! There is a new starter deck out. Link Style is a 43-card starter deck focusing on Link monsters. So if you have an interest in bringing your Yu-Gi-Oh! Games to the next level, especially with bringing your Yu-Gi-Oh! Games to the next level, especially when it comes to Link monsters, you can check it out now. Now let's move on to our role-playing game news and start with Pathfinder. So, out this week is the last of the Iron Fang Invasion Adventure Path. The 6th adventure is out now, Vault of the Onyx Citadel. So this takes our heroes, uniting all of their allies, ready to fight against the Iron Fang Legion's heart, the Onyx Citadel. There they will confront their general, hopefully defeating them, crushing the Iron Fang Legion at its heart, breaking it apart, allowing them once again to reign peace in the land, in their territory. So this is an adventure for 16th level or characters that you can try out now to finish off the Iron Fang Legion. Now, moving on, we do have some Shadowrun news. Shadowrun has announced that they are having 2 books that are going to go on sale at Gen Con. But if you want to, before Gen Con, that are going on sale in association to Gen Con. But right now, you can get them in PDF format to begin with. First off is the Complete Troog. This is a complete guide to, of course, orcs and trolls and everything you need to know about them within the 6th world. So, you can check that out now if you're interested in orcs and trolls. Also out is Ripping Reality. This is technically the 3rd adventure in the Chicago Missions pack. This one is, if you play the previous ones or not, regardless, you can take your characters into the struggle between the major powers in the Chicago area that's beginning to sort of tear the area apart, and you find yourself in the middle between this conflict, ready to find out what's going on and resolve it. And finally out, in board game and card game news, is Train Heist. This 2 to 4 player cooperative board game has your players take on the role of cowboys who are fighting against a corrupt mayor and these rich folks that are taking all the money from the common folks. And you're trying to stick it to them, regain that cash, stop the mayor, stop the rich, help out those basic folks. Heroic, yet kind of Robin Hood-y cowboys. So, that's it for the news for this week. Links to any of the news stories will be in the description below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. It's always important to share the news. If you have any questions about any of these news stories or more, please just leave them in the comments below. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. If you have any suggestions for discussions based upon these or anything else that you wish for us to discuss on Discussing Tabletop, also just leave those in the comments below or email them to me at discussingtabletop@yahoo.com. We, of course, will discuss these on Discussing Tabletop this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at www.twitch.tv/TantusAndDracovin. But regardless, If you want to show some extra support for the channel, you can always check out my Patreon. Link description below. Some great rewards there. Helps to grow and improve the channel. But until the next time, I bid you farewell.